Hey YouTube, how's it going? Justin here. It's been a while since I've come to you to share a little bit about what's going on. Some months ago I started sharing with you I'm working on a new piece of music called The Plunging Sword. I'm hoping to have that released in the various streaming services here by Easter. That's my goal. But I wanted to come to you today and share with you also about a piece of music that I found in my files that reflects some of the praying and the working that I've been doing on some of the various aspects of my life. And you know how you begin to do that, you can start to really think in a deeper level about what kind of conversations have I had with myself over the years. Well, this turns out to be like an actual real thing. I found this book. It was actually recommended to me. It's a book called Litanies of the Heart. And this book, Dr. Creed, who wrote this book, basically takes the reader on a journey to learn more about the various parts of the self system. So the idea is that we have an inmost self and that we have parts of ourselves. And so the inmost self is in charge of really kind of bringing all of the parts together and bringing them to God. And so, when you have that saying that you've said before, where you've said, part of me thinks this and a part of me thinks that, well, it turns out this is true. And we have parts. So I highly recommend the book. As I started to look at some of the music that I've written in the past, I began to think, have I been possibly having conversations with the parts of myself in this role of the inmost self? And I think it's a real thing. I wanted to share a little bit of this song with you. It's called Necessary. I wrote this song back in 2011. Pope Benedict XVI was just inaugurated, and he gave this homily. In the homily, he said, "Each of us is willed, each of us is loved, and each of us is necessary." I thought, wow, what does it mean to be necessary? I mean, that's pretty bold to say that. Is only God necessary? So that kind of came the idea of writing the song. So as you hear it, think about the conversation that one might have with the parts within them. Rising from the dust, fashioned by his mind, what does it mean to be human? Breathing in his life, our soul is alive. What does it mean to be eternal? What does it mean to be necessary? We are not alone, guided by his lights and redeemed in his patience, formed by his might. We are his delight, and each of us is necessary. What does it mean to be necessary? Lifted like a fish out of the salty sea into his marvelous light. The church is alive, alive and young, salt and light in the kingdom. Each of us is necessary. Each of us is willed, each of us is loved, and each of us is necessary. So, go back, listen listen to it again and see what you think about these words. That we are rising from the dust, that we're not alone, and that we're lifted up. We're lifted up. An important message for us to have somehow with ourselves.